Imagine meeting someone online, thinking you've found the perfect match, only to discover the person you're trusting has a dark and violent past. Tragically, that's exactly what happened to Dannielle Finlay Jones, whose life was cut short by a man she thought she could love. In today's true crime story, we'll dive into the chilling events surrounding Dannielle's tragic death and how a system failed to protect her from a predator who had hurt others before. Stay tuned, because this case will make you rethink the dangers lurking in the world of online dating. If you're new here, I post in-depth true crime cases every week. If you're a fan of good old-fashioned true crime documentaries, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free and ensures you never miss one of my future videos. Dannielle Finlay Jones was born in 1991 to her parents, Graham and Jackie, alongside her brother, Blake. She was known for her vibrant personality and her ability to form friendships with ease. Dannielle attended Sylvania High School in New South Wales, graduating in 2009. She furthered her education in community services, children's services, and education support, focusing particularly on autism. Her dedication earned her multiple certifications and diplomas. Dannielle's passion for working with children led her to become a teacher at Trinity Preschool and a student learning support officer with the New South Wales Department of Education. Outside of work, Dannielle was a football enthusiast, dedicating an incredible 25 years of her life to the sport she loved so deeply. Ever since childhood, Dannielle Finlay Jones had a deep passion for football. She dedicated herself to the Ramsgate RSL Football Club, where she wore many hats: player, coach, volunteer, administrator, and advocate. Dannielle was a champion for increasing female participation in sports like football, working closely with associations and committees to promote this vision. Her commitment to the Ramsgate RSL Football Club was so profound that she even served as the senior vice president of the club. In 2019, Dannielle celebrated an incredible milestone: 25 years of service to the club. To honor her unwavering dedication, she was awarded a lifetime membership, a rare and prestigious recognition. At the time of her tragic case, Dannielle lived with her mother, Jackie, in Kogarah, New South Wales. The bond between Dannielle and her mom was exceptionally strong. They were more than family, they were best friends. Weekends often found them at local pubs, enjoying each other's company and creating cherished memories. Dannielle led a full and busy life. Weekdays were dedicated to teaching and nurturing children, while weekends revolved around her love for sports and catching up with friends. By all accounts, Dannielle was thriving, a vibrant, social, and loving person who found joy in both her work and her passions. Football wasn't just a hobby for her, it was an integral part of her identity. However, as she approached her 30s, Dannielle yearned for more. She wanted to settle down and find a partner to share her life with. Turning to dating apps, Dannielle hoped to find a meaningful connection. It wasn't long before she met 33-year-old Ashley Gaddy, a man who would become a significant part of her story, but not in the way she had hoped. Stay with us as we uncover the details of Dannielle's life, her aspirations, and the devastating events that would soon unfold. Not much is known about Ashley Gaddy's early life or upbringing, but one notable detail is that he had severed all ties with his father, Ian Gaddy, 5 years before meeting Dannielle. At the time, Ashley was working as a tradesman and living with his mother in Five Dock, Sydney. His dating profile painted a picture of a man who enjoyed adventure, appeared successful in his career, and sought a serious relationship. Neighbors described Ashley as a calm and helpful individual, traits that caught Dannielle's attention. By early December 2022, the two had already gone on 2 dates. They seemed to hit it off immediately, and their relationship progressed rapidly. Despite only meeting a few times, Dannielle had a good feeling about Ashley. Dannielle's best friend, Taylor Joseph, recalled how Ashley stood out from anyone Dannielle had dated before. He had a dominant and commanding personality that challenged Dannielle in ways she found engaging and exciting. Their dynamic felt refreshing and different, leading Dannielle to believe she'd found someone special. Their budding romance quickly took a serious turn when Ashley met Dannielle's mother, Jackie. This step signaled a level of commitment that gave Dannielle hope for the future. However, what began as a promising connection would soon unravel into a heartbreaking and devastating reality. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the events that unfolded, shedding light on the tragic story of Dannielle Finlay Jones. For many, meeting a partner's family and friends is just a regular milestone, but for Dannielle, it was monumental. Ashley was the first boyfriend she had ever introduced to her loved ones, marking a significant step in their relationship. It was clear that Dannielle and Ashley were making things official. According to Jackie, Dannielle's mom, Ashley seemed like a genuinely nice guy. The couple appeared to click effortlessly, they were always smiling and seemed deeply engaged with one another. Ashley's attentiveness toward Dannielle reassured Jackie that her daughter was in good hands. But appearances can be deceiving, and on December 17, 2022, their relationship took a dark and tragic turn. That Saturday, Dannielle and Ashley went on their third date, attending an annual Christmas get-together. This wasn't just any date, it was a significant moment for Dannielle, as her close friends would be meeting Ashley for the first time. The event was held at the Marston Brewhouse, a popular pub in Marston Park, New South Wales. Dannielle was excited for the evening, hoping her friends would approve of Ashley, someone she had grown to care for deeply. As the evening unfolded, things seemed perfect. Dannielle's friends could see how happy she was with Ashley. She appeared to genuinely enjoy his company, and her friends were thrilled to see her so content. For the first time in a long while, it seemed as though Dannielle had found someone who truly made her happy. The group played several drinking games during the party, one of which involved answering revealing questions. During a card game, Dannielle was asked if she had ever had a one-night stand, a seemingly lighthearted moment, but one that unveiled unsettling behavior. It was here that Dannielle's friends began to notice something strange about Ashley. What should have been a fun and carefree interaction raised subtle red flags that they couldn't ignore. Little did anyone know, this evening would mark the beginning of a series of events that would lead to an unimaginable tragedy. Dannielle answered the question honestly, admitting to having had a one-night stand before. However, her response triggered an unexpectedly intense reaction from Ashley. He became visibly furious and confronted Dannielle in front of everyone, claiming he hadn't known about this part of her past. The argument quickly escalated, with Ashley storming away from the table and bombarding Dannielle with angry, accusatory messages, calling her a liar. Understandably, Dannielle's friends were both confused and concerned. Ashley's overreaction seemed completely out of character, and his anger made the situation uncomfortable for everyone. Hoping to smooth things over, Dannielle stepped away from the table and spoke to Ashley privately for about 20 minutes. When the couple returned, the tension seemed to have subsided. Dannielle had managed to calm Ashley down, and they appeared affectionate and reconciled. The evening carried on without further incident, and after midnight, the group decided to call it a night. Dannielle, Ashley, her best friend Taylor, and Taylor's partner headed to Taylor's home in Cranebrook to spend the night. Around 1 to 1:30 a.m., Taylor and her partner prepared the spare bedroom for Dannielle and Ashley and then retired to bed themselves. Sometime during the night, Taylor's partner woke her up, saying he heard noises coming from the spare bedroom. The sounds weren't alarming, they seemed passionate and intimate, leading Taylor and her partner to laugh it off, assuming Dannielle and Ashley were simply enjoying each other's company. They dismissed it and went back to sleep. But by the morning hours of Sunday, December 18th, Taylor noticed something was off. While she and her partner were up and moving around the house, Dannielle hadn't emerged from the spare bedroom. That sense of unease would soon escalate into something far more disturbing. Initially, Taylor assumed Dannielle was simply sleeping off a hangover from the night before. It was Sunday, after all, and Dannielle had seemed fine when they all went to bed. Not wanting to disturb her, Taylor left her alone. But as the morning stretched into afternoon with no sign of Dannielle, Taylor grew concerned. At around 2:30 p.m., she decided to check on her. Knocking on the spare bedroom door several times with no response, Taylor cautiously opened it. The room was eerily quiet, and as she walked around the bed, her heart sank. Dannielle was lying on the floor, her body completely covered by a blanket. With her heart pounding, Taylor pulled back the blanket, and the sight that greeted her would haunt her forever. Dannielle was motionless, her face showing signs of severe bruising and blood. Taylor froze, unable to process what she was seeing. In shock, she called Dannielle's name repeatedly, desperate for her friend to wake up. After several moments of disbelief, Taylor forced herself to act. She called the police and emergency services, her voice trembling as she reported what she had found. As they waited for authorities, one chilling question lingered in both Taylor's and her partner's minds: where was Ashley? The couple searched the house, but Ashley was gone. This only deepened their fears. Ashley had been the last person with Dannielle, and his absence spoke volumes. When police and paramedics arrived, they found Dannielle unresponsive. Tragically, 31-year-old Dannielle was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators determined that she had likely died about 8 hours earlier. Even more heart-wrenching, the coroner's findings suggested Dannielle's life ended around the same time Taylor and her partner had heard strange noises coming from the bedroom during the night. Dannielle's body was taken for an autopsy, and Taylor provided detectives with crucial details. Ashley had been with Dannielle the night before, and the couple had argued at the pub. She also noted Ashley's disappearance, further cementing him as the prime suspect in Dannielle's death. Police cordoned off the house as a crime scene, searching for evidence to piece together what had happened. Inside the spare bedroom, they found a critical clue: fingerprints on the glass window, hinting at Ashley's potential escape route. The investigation was underway, but one thing was clear: Ashley Gaddy had to be found. He was the key to uncovering the full truth behind Dannielle's tragic death. The fingerprints on the glass window were confirmed to belong to Ashley Gaddy. Investigators theorized that after fatally attacking Dannielle, Ashley escaped the house by climbing out through the bedroom window. This meant the police were now not only searching for a murderer but also a fugitive on the run. As the investigation progressed, Dannielle's autopsy results were released, revealing the horrifying details of her death. The cause was determined to be manual strangulation, blunt force trauma, and suffocation. The findings suggested that Ashley had straddled Dannielle on the bed, overpowering her as he suffocated her and repeatedly struck her face. The realization that Dannielle, who had been so happy to find love, met such a brutal end was devastating. The contrast between her joy and the horror of her final moments was almost too much to bear. Following these revelations, the police issued an immediate arrest warrant for Ashley Gaddy. Dannielle's family, informed of her tragic death, was overcome with grief. Her mother, Jackie, could hardly believe the news, her vibrant and loving daughter gone in an instant. Dannielle's brother, Blake, was equally heartbroken. Despite their anguish, both Jackie and Blake were determined to see justice served. They believed in the system and hoped the perpetrator would be held accountable. The manhunt for Ashley lasted 2 grueling days. Investigators worked tirelessly, even intercepting a phone call between Ashley and his mother in an effort to locate him and perhaps obtain a confession. During the call, Ashley shockingly maintained his innocence, claiming that the couple had gone to sleep together, and when he woke up, Dannielle was bruised and bleeding from her nose. He claimed to have panicked and fled the scene. This excuse was as implausible as it was infuriating. Even if Ashley had genuinely discovered Dannielle in that state, any innocent person would have immediately called the police or sought help. His decision to run only reinforced suspicions of his guilt. The search for Ashley continued as authorities worked to bring Dannielle's killer to justice. Ashley's first instinct to flee only made him appear more guilty. His decision to run rather than seek help was baffling and deeply suspicious, behavior that no innocent person would exhibit under such circumstances. However, it ultimately led to his capture. Through the intercepted phone call, police were able to trace Ashley's location to a remote area in the Blue Mountains. On Tuesday, December 20th, investigators closed in on the area, determined to bring him to justice. The Ramsgate RSL Football Club also built a memorial bench in Dannielle's honor. Jackie visits regularly, bringing roses and scattering rose petals on the bench, as a nod to her daughter's favorite movie, Beauty and the Beast, a small but meaningful ritual, a way to keep Dannielle's memory alive. Even though Dannielle's case ended in double injustice, her family is determined to make a difference by pushing for changes in the law regarding domestic violence. While enacting change can be a lengthy process, especially when it comes to laws and regulations, it's crucial that steps are taken, now more than ever, to ensure the safety of women and everyone from domestic violence, particularly in the online dating world. Dating apps can be exciting and a way to meet new people, but they can also be dangerous. You never truly know who you're dealing with on the other side of the screen. If you can, consider running a background check on anyone you're planning to meet. I know it may sound excessive, even overprotective, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And always choose public places for meetings, rather than someone's home or a secluded spot. At the end of the day, your safety and peace of mind are the most important things. I hope that hearing Dannielle's story provides you with some perspective and encourages you to take precautions when navigating the world of online dating. Thank you for tuning into another episode of True Crime Stories. If you'd like to support the channel further, consider becoming a member. Members gain access to new videos ahead of the public release and directly help support the channel. I really appreciate those of you who've made that choice. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out another case I've covered, and don't forget to subscribe. It's free and ensures you stay updated with all future videos.